Hello guys, James here and welcome back to episode number 6 now of the RTG on EAFC 24 on the Nintendo Switch. So today's episode we're going to start off by showing some sold items, which is just a load of different bits. We've got some silvers in there that we bought and sold on because they're duplicates in the club from where we're trying to stock the club up from the popular leagues. We've got a load of contracts, as you can see, and some chemistry styles, a few bronzes from the bronze pack method where I'll just buy bronze pack after every game. And then basically loads of gold consumables and a few gold players that are all from tradable packs that we've got, mainly from probably marquee matchups and that, all of them sort of things from the last week. But this is a packed episode where we do a lot of SBCs, a lot of opening the packs from them. We've got last weekend's, my first weekend league, which was the last episode, the highlights of the champion foot champs, and so in this pack is one of the ones I believe from the rewards from that. You obviously, if you saw the last highlights video, if you saw at the end, we done the free player pack picks, and we got nothing too crazy, but one of them was 84 rated Carl Walker, which obviously went straight in the team to upgrade that right back spot. And then nothing too crazy in this one playing wise, but we did get 88 rated Irene Paredes, which we did actually manage to sell. You'll see that coming up in the not too distant future in this episode. But 88 rated, definitely going to sell her on. As you can see, I end up looking at her and she's going for around the 30k mark, so I think we end up getting about 27k. You end up seeing that, but that is just lovely amount of coins to keep building that coin balance up. And then we've got this rare players pack, which is also from that, which I don't think we get anything too good from, but just a load of, again, foot champs. And obviously if with the rivals rewards, if you're picking tradable, and then with squad battles, if you're doing all three of those every week, plus like the marquee matchups, which you'll see in this episode as well, and when there's European games on, you've got the UEFA marquee matchups, you can end up getting a lot of tradable packs, whether that's rewards or SBCs. As you can see, we don't get a lot in there, but again, all tradable, so they all sell for something, or at least discard for a coin value, which is obviously still nice. Every gold rare gets about 550 coins at least, and all the non-rares go for like 280 at least, so it's not too bad at all. But yeah, if every week you're doing all of them things, any SBCs, obviously trying to stick with the untradable cards that you've got in the club that you get from objective packs, and any packs that are untradable, then you can be getting a lot of tradable stuff, content, and then just selling all of it, as much of it as you can that you think is worth selling, and you can end up building your coin balance up very quickly. As you can see, we get nothing really in that pack that you'd write home about, but just loads and loads of gold shiny players. I think this might even be the ultimate pack, I believe. So you can just see so many players in there, which are basically worth nothing apart from when they're needed in an SPC. So that's why I just, like, any that I haven't got, I just store them all to the club. And it's just, I just think that's the best way to go, just so you can build up as many as you've got. Especially any players is good to keep in the club, obviously untradable or tradable. But then the ultimate is just basically if you could have like one of every player in the club ready for any SPCs or even evolutions now this year, and if you could have all of them tradable, so that you could obviously use the ones that you need for SPCs or evolutions, and then any that you don't need, you can sell them on where they're at their most highest value. That is what you want to be trying to do, and it's a great way of making coins. But you can see this isn't the week just gone, this was last week's squad battles awards. You saw we got there 7k. I think that was either gold 3 or silver 1, so not too crazy. I only do it on semi-pro just because I hate playing offline, so I just want to make it as easy as I can. But you can see there we're selling all those bits off that we got in the Foot Champs rewards and those all those packs we just opened. So you can see loads of coins coming in. That Paredes did go for about 27k, so that was nice. All these healing cards, I don't know, let me know down in the comments, have you had any injuries? I think I might have had won this year at the very start when I first played, but I've had no injuries. So yeah, I think they all end up selling when I put them up, even though it's only like 200 coins. But yeah, they all end up selling, so you can't complain. But yeah, I haven't had any, so definitely let me know that down below. And then you can see here this premium gold pack, we did end up pulling from the Squad Battles rewards a nice Lautaro Martinez from Inter Milan, and yeah, he's a nice 87 rated. Looks like a decent card, probably more you'd say suited for like a centre forward or a cam with that sort of slower pace. But yeah, not too bad. Obviously we're not going to use him, but we do end up selling him on, and then we just get standard few bits that you get from a premium gold pack. But obviously all of those contracts there, I've been managing to sell the non-rare contracts for about 250, and then the rare ones for around 350 to 300. So when you're getting these tradable packs, it's actually just the contracts alone you're looking at probably, well, obviously depending what pack it is, but if you're getting that for every contract you sell, you're looking at good money. And then this is the other pack from the Squad Battles, and I couldn't believe it, 2 Squad Battles, either I think silver 1 or gold 3. I get 87 Lautaro Martinez and 87 Frankie de Jong. Unbelievable how he does look like a good card. But again, I like my Premier League team, boring old Premier League team, but yeah, he does look good. But being tradable, he was definitely going to get sold on, and that is what he did. You'll see that coming up in the not too distant future again in this episode. But you can see again just the tradable stuff, if we haven't got it and it's not worth anything into the club, and if we have got it as a duplicate already, they just get sold on and build the coins up. And it's kind of just a massive rinse and repeat of that to build the coins up. And like I say, you don't have to be playing a lot to be able to get that, because that was like just tiny rewards really. You don't have to play much Squad Battles at all to get that reward, but 7k and then probably the best part of 75k ish worth of stuff to sell on. So you're looking at almost 80k from a few Squad Battles games. But then here I think that was one of the last Trailblazers Challenge SBCs, and we do open the pack straight away from that, and we get the Portuguese CDM from Fulham, and that is obviously going to be João Paulinho, who may still be upset in real life from not signing on deadline day for Bayern Munich, but he's a very good player in real life, not so much on the game with that lack of pace. But he might end up getting an evolution in the future that might make him a bit more usable, but it's just too slow. I think good physicals, but just too slow for the game if you're trying to have fun. But that is a nice pack. You can see we get a Hunter, which is basically 5k, and then a Shadow, which is the best part of 5k as well. So I do like them and I do use them in my squad, but what I've been doing is just saving the untradable ones, obviously, because you have to use them. But yeah, they're just worth, I think the fact that they're at 5k, they're worth more than a lot of, probably like 90% of the players in the game, they're worth more than them. So I just always sell them when I get them to get the easy coins in. But we have also got here then, like I said, the UEFA marquee matchups for last week, which is Inter versus RB Leipzig. And as you can see, this is pretty much what I kind of do, is try and get as many of the sort of gold parts that you need as untradables in there, and then if I can use any other untradables I will, but I will also, if I don't need to have a good squad rating, I will chuck in a few bronzes where I'll do the bronze pack method. I've always got loads of bronzes, and the chances are I'll pack them again, so I do that as a bit of a technique to make the SBCs easier. And then you can see this one here, the AC Milan versus Dortmund, Newcastle versus Dortmund one. This was a pretty much all Premier League team with a few little random silvers in there. And I think this one is pretty much all untradable again, so we're just turning in almost 11 untradable cards for tradable content, which we can sell on, which is the way forward, and just easy coins, and a way of obviously trying to reduce the amount of untradable duplicates you get, so that you have to either save and waste time putting them into other SBCs before you can actually put the players back in the club. It's all just a bit long, so I like to try and get rid of the untradables as quick as I can. But we do pack, is that what's his, Alex not Alex Romero, is it that one? There's another one. That goalie, that is Unai Simon. He's actually 84 rated, that Alex Romero. I seem to have packed him a couple of times already. Both not worth the most, but if it's tradable, it will sell for probably around 1,000 coins at least. And then we've got this pack, this here, Prime Electrum Players pack, I believe that was. And it's still a little bit laggy. Let me know how you're finding the menus as well. Kind of can go, sometimes they feel quite smooth, but other times, especially with like the pack animations, I don't know if that's what does it. Sometimes the Switch can only just about handle it, but yeah, sometimes it is slow and we don't get nothing in that pack really. But nice to put some silvers in the club, and then a couple of players there, Nico Martinez and that silver Danish player, to sell on and get some coins back for that. But yeah, we got this rare mixed players pack now as well. And basically what I was doing was saving from a lot of basically the whole of last week. Any packs I got that were untradeable, I was saving them up, because as you'll see later on in the episode, and you might have already seen, I'm not sure if I'm going to make it the thumbnail or not, but I was planning to, for the Premier League team, obviously coming to the end of the season of objectives, I was getting the Matheus Cunha objectives card, which is unbelievable to go in the cam spot. I've used him now as I'm recording this, and he is a great card, especially to get from just playing the game. But we're also going to use all of our high rated untradables to do the Declan Rice SBC. As you can see, that Frankie de Jong sold for 55k, and then Martinez there for about 20 something. So just a lovely amount of coins, over 85. What I said, probably close to 90 or maybe even 100 with everything we sold out of those squad battles rewards. So unbelievable really, from silver 1 or gold 3, I can't remember what it was, but unbelievable from that. But yeah, we ended up saving loads of packs, which will be a episode, probably the next episode will be a huge pack opening of all the untradeable packs that we were waiting until we had done Declan Rice to open all of them, so he didn't have a chance of getting too many of the same, especially high rated cards. Duplicate that we had to do something with. As you can see, a load more soul stuff there, and then yeah, here you can see we are claiming the last 2 levels of the season of rewards from the season of progress. And yeah, we get that nice pack, which I think was 85 times 5 or something, or 85 times 3. And then we do pick Matheus Cunha, obviously the Wolves Brazilian striker, who's actually a nice card because you can blame striker, I think cam, centre forward, and maybe left wing as well. So he's got a nice few different positions that he can fit into the team. And at this stage in the game, he's got kind of icon level stats, I would say, especially if you apply the right chem style. I went with an engine to get that pace, dribbling and passing up as he's in the cam role, and his dribbling is a little, I think it's his either agility or balance is a little bit heavy, so that's where the engine definitely helps. And yeah, I do like the card design on that, definitely, especially as he's a Wolves player. It's kind of nice to get that orange and black in the background. But he will go into the team instead of Szoboszlai in that cam role. And then here, like I said, we have got Declan Rice SBC. As you can see, we go and do the high rated one first, and I actually made a bit of a issue with this one because I did actually have a tradable duplicate Laporte that I needed to save, but I ended up selling him, so we had to go and see. You can see when we do the first squad after this one, you can see that I had to go and buy one. But yeah, that was the only player we used the same, but we get rid of Bruno Fernandes there, 88 rated. That Trent, obviously that 88 Katoto from Paris Saint-Germain. Dybala was the 86 rated in there as well. So quite a few good players, but obviously, like I've said, if they're untradeable, you basically can't treat it as though they're the card that they are, because they haven't got any actual value. The only value they have is the rating that they are, so it doesn't really matter what player they are. All you're looking at with an untradeable is the rating. You can see with that we get 82 rated Angel Correa, who's got quite a nice looking card for a cheap player from Atletico Madrid, and he's always been quite a good player in the game really. But it's quite easy to progress on from a player of that level now with all the objectives and stuff in the game and all the rewards. But we move on to the second part of the SBC, which actually is the first. I've just done it the other way around, and you can see we've got that. We used our untradeable Anderson to Liska as the inform. We've got an Acuna there, a Walsh, an Edison, Thiago Silva, Castells, Smalling, Laporte that we had to buy, and then all the rest of it is untradeable. So yeah, so he was a player that I was looking at anyway, Rice, but then I did think if we can get rid of all of these high rated regular gold cards and then that one inform, it will save us getting duplicates of them again. And yeah, every time I did play against him before I'd done him, it was causing me issues. Just an absolute beast in the midfield, as you can see there, as he's gonna come walking out of the animation. And again, amazing for the English special card squad that I'm kind of building towards. And that Trailblazers card is just decent to look at, as he does a little bit of breakdancing there for us as he comes out. And yeah, I think that's even a bit of the Mikel Antonio. Let me know in the comments below if you know his celebration where he does the Homer Simpson, I think it is. But yeah, he's going to slot in as kind of the main defensive cover in the midfield. Then we've got Cunha in that cam role. So for this coming up weekend league, we've got an unbelievable midfield. And then you can see we open that pack as well, and we get a DeMarcus, is that? So nothing too crazy at all from them packs, but obviously we were doing that SBC for Rice, so we aren't too upset about that. A couple of golds, a couple of silvers, all go into the club and will be useful at some point or another for SBCs. But then you can see now this is a Centurions Challenge 1 SBC, which is quite an easy one, and we could get quite a few bronzes in there, which was nice. As you can see, a lot of them are tradable from where I do the bronze pack, so that's nice and easy to get them in, and they've almost cost very little really opening the bronze packs all the time, so that was nice for a tradable pack. And I'll pretty much only do these challenges like they done the little challenge SBCs when the Trailblazers was on, and now the Centurions promo's on. I only really do them, or make sure I do them at least anyway, when they're a tradable reward, because I just find that especially if they're a bit more difficult, I'd rather save the players untradeable in the club for when they are SBCs, like marquee matchups or UEFA marquee matchups, or the challenge SBCs when they are tradable, to get the tradable rewards to be able to sell them on. So you can see we don't get nothing crazy from that one, but again we've traded in loads of untradeable stuff for tradable stuff, which is basically what I'm going to be keep saying all the time in all of these episodes where I'll do SBCs. It is the absolute way forward. And then we move on to last week's marquee matchups, which I believe is still, as this video will go live, we've still got about a day and a half left on it. So if you need to pause the video on these squads to give you a little bit of help, although they are fairly easy, you can sort of see how I've done it and what the amount of players I've used from different teams and squads and everything like that. So you can see we get a gold pack there for that Lille versus Monaco one. Then we move on to Roma versus Inter Milan, and you can see these is a bit of a lag on these squad battles menus, but yeah, we managed to get rid of a few players in this, and I don't like an 83 rated there, 82, 81 Mario Rui. I don't mind getting rid of a few of them, to be honest, because they're all, if they're untradeable, like I say, all they are is the rating, and if it means we can then put in a few lower rated cards to get the rating as low as it can be, then yeah, I don't mind getting rid of untradables for tradables. And then we've got obviously the one that is near and dear to my heart, that was actually a dagger to the heart, the Manchester derby, getting done 3-0 by Man City. Absolutely shocking performance, but this is the squad that we used. And yeah, we used Binder, the goalkeeper from Man U, our backup goalie, and Mateus Nunes in there as an untradeable Man City player. Then pretty much a whole Premier League squad, apart from a couple of players here or there that we had that we didn't need to get in there for the chemistry. And then move on to the last but not least one for this marquee matchups, which was the El Clasico, which in real life, if you saw that unbelievable Jude Bellingham is absolutely killing it for Real Madrid. that first goal, I mean, Ter Stegen will be sad that he didn't save it, but that was a great shot, and Bellingham done all that he could. He put it right in the corner, but yeah, Ter Stegen definitely should have saved that, and then he's literally just right place, right time again to get the knock in for the second one and win it late on. So yeah, fair play to him. He's playing unbelievable for Real Madrid so far, but you can see we do clear that up, get that players pack there for completing marquee matchups, and we go in and open these now, and you can see French centre mid from Juventus, which is actually quite nice. I did contemplate throwing him on the bench actually. I haven't done it yet, but I still might do as he's still in the club. Rabiot there, which he's got quite a nice looking card, well rounded, almost Hullet game, all 80s across the board apart from pace and shooting. But yeah, as a bit of midfield, I have, now you can do 5 subs, I kind of do 3 attacking subs and then the 2 midfielders to get fitness on them so that they can run around a lot in the last part of the game. And so yeah, I was looking at him to possibly go in there, but you can see we do get, that is Lacazette I believe, isn't it? Oh no, Le Sommer, sorry, which was actually one of the untradables we put in Declan Rice in that first pass. That was quite nice, a tradable version of her for another SBC or to sell on at some point or another. And we also get fella there, which is quite a nice looking card that might be available for an evolution if you're into your Real Madrid females. And then yeah, nothing too crazy there, just more non-rare gold, sorry, that just go into the club ready for the future SPCs that we'll be using them in. And another pack here, which we get a Spanish striker from Atletico Madrid, which is a duplicate Morata, again 83 rated. Literally you can barely even get rid of him for about 1,000 coins. It's shocking. You'll see how much we sell him for, I think, coming up later on. But yeah, literally 84 is where you start getting a little bit of value, but basically anything 83 and down is almost discard value, so it is crazy really. But yeah, it's still better to have that and discard them even to get a bit of value from it if you've used untradables in the first place to do the SPCs. But we've got this mixed players pack, and I was thinking who's that, but then I've noticed it was a bronze player in this one, so always not the best when you see that the bronze player is the rare player in a mixed players pack. But again, an 82 rated left back from Man City Ladies goes into the club, and a few more golds and a few more silvers and bronzes as well. So we're just stacking that club up, so we're as prepared as possible whenever a new SPC comes out that we do want to get done. And then another pack here, again a lot of Spanish players we've been getting. This is another Inigo Martinez, I believe, again 82 rated, so barely sells, but not a bad looking card. So people probably, they do look at for a start squad, but then again it just doesn't. If you're doing squad battles, champs and rivals every week, it doesn't take long to be able to afford a better player than Martinez, so he'll just go into the club. A couple more duplicates that we end up selling on, and then move on. And you can see we've got this current Sunday just gone squad battles rewards. This was silver one, so it must have been that last week where we got Frankie de Jong and Lautaro Martinez. That must have been gold 3 where we got the 7k coin bonus, because that was silver 1, and we got the 4k bonus. But we get a Mexican centre mid from Houston Dynamo FC with the updated badge, and that is Cuadrado, I believe. Is it Cuadrado? No, Herrera, sorry. I'm thinking of Guardado, the Mexican centre mid. And then yeah, a few more consumables in there, a badge, and even all of them rare badges, not loads of them sell to be honest, so they end up getting discarded for about 500 coins, which is nice. So there's just so much stuff that you can get some coins from, and yeah, this just makes life very easy to build the coins up. But again, another Spanish player, Cam from Bilbao, and that is going to be, if it loads, yeah, that is going to be Sanset or Sanket, not sure how to say that. And then Raspadori, Payne, and then a load of pretty irrelevant non-rare players in that pack as well. And then you can see we've also got the Centurions Challenge 2 SBC done. Again, this one was quite nice. We managed to use pretty much all untradables on the gold front anyway, and then a few to get the chemistry and the rating down to as low as we could go. We put a couple of or 1 silver and then 4 bronzes in there, so that was nice though. That was a very cheap one really for Centurions Challenge 2, and we did end up getting a Prime Electrum Players pack, which can be quite a nice pack because you get a nice mixture of cards, and quite a few of them are rare in there. So we do go over and open that straight up, and you can see there the objective untradeable packs that we were saving until we'd done Declan Rice of building up. So we got 57 there now. So we open this from that challenge pack, and we do get Argentinian centre mid, and that is from Bayer Leverkusen. So that is going to be the player Palacios, who was the objective, who looks like quite a good card that I haven't used yet, which he may possibly be going on the bench for a little bit to be a midfield sub. But yeah, nothing too crazy. Highest rated 80 is not the greatest in that pack, but again, all of them players, lovely stuff. Stocking up the club, a duplicate Mitrovic to send up and sell, and Nuri and White there, and then send all of them in. But we are pretty much at the end of this episode of the big update on what I've done last week. Let me know if you think these rewards are good, if you think or who you picked actually as the end of the objective season player, or if you went for the pack. And yeah, basically if you've got anything good from rewards, what your champs finishes have been, and yeah, just let me know how you're getting on the game, how you're enjoying it, how you found the menus, if your players have got injured, and yeah, basically just anything about the game, get down in the comments. And yeah, thanks so much for watching. Also a massive one, please like, subscribe, that'll help so much. And yeah, also trying to think actually off the top of my head, any sort of videos that you'd want to see. If you like this, let me know if you like these RTG videos, how I've been doing it. If you want to see shorter videos and try and get them out daily, and yeah, let me know and I'll do it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.